Our very first Storytime box is all about manners. This Storytime box is recommended for grades 2nd through 4th grade, and it includes a step-by-step guide. The very first book is My Mouth is a Volcano, written by Julia Cook. The accompanying activity for this book, children will create their very own volcano with interrupting phrases. Our second book is Madeline Says Merci, the Always Be Polite book, and this one is by John Marciano. The accompanying activity for this book is children will create a tree of good manners in which they will indicate different manners that were discussed throughout the book. Our next book is Manners at the Table, and this book was written by Carrie Finn. The accompanying activity for this book is A Meal of Manners, in which children will create different foods, and on each food they will indicate a manner that they learned about in the book. And our very last activity for this Storytime box is a Mind Your Manners. Our second Storytime box is all about bugs. In this box, you will find that this box is recommended for kinder through 2nd grade, and you will find a step-by-step guide. Our very first book is Bug Dance, and this is by Stuart Murphy. The activity that children will be creating is a bug headband, which they will wear while they dance the bug dance. Our next book is The Grouchy Ladybug by Eric Carle. The activity that accompanies this book is that children will create their very own ladybug clock. They can use this clock to follow along with the story, as well as any manipulative clocks that are also included. The next book is Bugs in My Hair, and this one is by David Shannon. The activity that goes with this book is that children will create their very own person with hair made out of yarn, and they will hide little bugs in it and challenge someone else to see if they can find them all. And last but not least, we have Beetle McGrady Eats Bugs, and this one is written by Megan McDonald. And the activity that goes with this particular book is children will make their very own cup of dirt and worm. Our third Storytime box is Choose Kindness. Within this box, you will find a step-by-step guide with a recommendation of 2nd to 5th grade. Our very first book in this box is Enemy Pie by Derek Munson. The activity that goes with this particular book is Friendship Pie, in which children will indicate what they like most about friendship. You will also find the templates for the pie in the box. Our next book is Horton Hears a Who by Dr. Seuss. The activity that goes along with this book is children will create their very own Horton. Included in the box is also a template of Horton's trunk and his ears. And our last book is We're All Wonders, and this is by R.J. Palacio. The activity for this book is that children will create a paper doll image of themselves, and they will include all the different qualities that they feel is unique about themselves. Included in this Storytime box is some templates for a boy and girl paper doll. Our fourth box is all about dinosaurs. This is a pre-K through 2nd recommended box, and inside you will find a step-by-step guide on how to implement this Storytime box. Our very first book is Can I Have a Tyrannosaurus Rex, Dad? Can I Please? And this one is by Louis G. Grambling, where children will be able to create their own pet dinosaur puppet. Our second book is How Do Dinosaurs Go to School by Jane Yolen and Mark Taig. And the activity that goes with this one is children will be able to create their own dinosaur hat, and so they can go to school as a dinosaur. Our last book in this Storytime box is Bones, Bones, Dinosaur Bones. And this one is by Byron Barton. And the activity that goes with this book is students will create their very own fossils. Our last box is Positive Mind, Positive Vibes. This box is recommended for 2nd through 4th grade. It also includes a step-by-step guide. Our very first book is Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day by Judith Vorst. And the activity that goes with this book is a wheel of coping skills to help children when they're having those horrible, terrible, very bad, no good days. Our next book is Last Stop on Market Street, and this is by Matt de la Peña. Our activity for this book is children will create a bus in which they will indicate things that they are grateful for. In your box, you will also find a template for that bus to facilitate the implementation of that activity. Our next book is How Full is Your Bucket for Kids? And this one is by Tom Rath and Mary Reckmeyer. The activity that goes right along with this book is children will create their very own bucket, and in that bucket they will place drops of water. These drops of water, they will write different things that fill their bucket in a positive way. And last but not least, we have Silly Billy by Anthony Browning. This book will be read, and children will create their very own worry doll to help them deal with those worries that they have on a day-to-day. And that concludes our 5 story time boxes.